Hello, everyone, and welcome to the VRaaS Cast Live number 21. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, 2021, and today is Austin VR Lab Shop Talk Day. And today's a special one because it's Winging It Wednesday. We had something special planned for you today, and we that kind of fell through, so we're like, hey, we got to do something else. And so that's why we are here bringing you past, present, and future Austin VR Lab projects. And Austin VR Lab is a full-scale virtual reality services firm where we offer the best, the greatest, and the latest in virtual reality. Our purpose as a company is to bring as many people and to show as many people and to experience with as many people as possible all the virtual reality experiences and the best virtual reality experiences. And we aim to do this in 3 ways: by providing access to hardware, access to content, and then management and training. Now, our brand and our company, we really are focused on bringing virtual reality to the arts and into industry. And a lot of times combining the two, if you do what you love, a lot of times your industry is your art. And we want to show you how virtual reality can help your business and help your art exceed and excel in this new world that we're living in, where everyone and everything is going virtual, and your business is no different. One of the ways I explain it is a lot of people, a lot of businesses will have a marketing department, you'll have a sales department, you'll have an IT department, and in the future, your company is going to have a virtual department, a department solely dedicated to bringing your brand and your company into the virtual space. Now, you can try to build this in house, or you can have an Austin VR Lab on your side to help cross platform and cross departmental access to VR. So, how virtual reality can apply to your marketing, how it can apply to your operations, and how it can apply to your sales, which is a big portion of why new brands and new companies and new businesses are moving into the virtual space. Is how do we access a new market of customers? And so there's a couple things that you need to have a virtual department and a virtual function to your business. You need, of course, access to the hardware, whether they're virtual reality headsets, the PCs that power those headsets, or all the peripherals that can come with a virtual reality experience. You need to set your virtual reality goals, and you need a company that's going to help you achieve those goals in the most practical way possible, whether it's with the latest and greatest or whether it's with what is functional. The second way that Austin VR Lab provides access to virtual reality for your brand or business is through content creation and management. Now, once you get into the VR space, how will you be applying your business or your brand into virtual reality? That's something that we're going to go over today on how Austin VR Lab helps companies that we work with enter the VR market space and have a virtual presence. And then, of course, the third way, and probably the most important way, and our bread and butter and our passion, is in management and training. Now, we are not just consultants. We're not just going to help you procure the hardware and create the software and create the content and then just leave you to it. We are going to be with you through the entire process and even continuing on into the future with helping you manage your platform, help train your staff and employees, and then do your exhibition. So when you're trying to bring your new virtual functions to the business world, you will have Austin VR Lab at your side helping you show it off. One of the ways we put it is you do what you love to do, we do what we love to do, and together we make something great. And at Austin VR Lab, we are here to help make the virtual reality experience a part of your business. So that's kind of the synopsis. Of course, if you like the VRaaScast, if you're watching us live today, say hello in the chat. One of the reasons that we do the VRaaScast live, again, VRaaS, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, VRaaS, virtual reality as a service, a little bit of a term we've coined here at Austin VR Lab to describe ourselves. So if you're enjoying the VRaaScast, if you're watching online, if you're joining us later, definitely drop a comment. If you like these podcasts, definitely hit that like button. That's what it's there for. And definitely subscribe to get all future notifications about when we go live. Now, we do go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We usually get started sometime between 11:45 and noon. Today was a noonday. And we go for about 20-30 minutes. So it's really something that you can jump in on during your lunch break or during your midday break and get engaged with some virtual reality and some future content and learn a little bit more about what VR has to offer. Again, thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us live, I do see we have some live viewers, so if you have any comments or questions, we're always here to answer them for you. And again, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching it after the fact, be sure to drop a comment and we will get to you as soon as we can. And the best way to summarize what Austin VR Lab does in virtual reality is we do everything. We work with the arts, we work in architecture, we work with VR as a therapy, and we work with virtual reality in education and in the educational fields as far as providing VR experiences for classrooms and curriculum. So, again, anything that you need in virtual reality, please feel free to reach out. We work with developers and hardware companies and all different brands. So, if we can't help you directly, we can definitely put you in touch with someone who can. So, today, Austin VR Lab Shop Talk Day, we are going to be getting into a little bit about what we are working on and some of the projects we have worked on in the past. So I think I'm going to start it out here in talking about uh, alt space and what is possible in alt space. Hold on, I am trying to find which. I have 3 mice here on my desk, and everyone controls a different screen. So if you see me fumbling around trying to figure out what mouse that's what mouse I'm looking for. Um, what you're looking at here is an alt space room, and this is alt space during Burning Man this past year. Now, Burning Man, we've talked about this before on our past about virtual reality events. Burning Man really hit the nail on the head last year when all the other festivals and experiences were shutting down. Burning Man created a virtual reality experience and a virtual playa where people were able to gather into rooms and art installations and experience a sense of community and get to explore art together. And it really brought a whole new experience to the virtual world as far as bringing people in who had never been in virtual reality before, but also bringing in an art and social aspect to virtual reality. And that is something that is going to even grow in the future. We talked about this again last week about how events are moving virtual or they are just shutting down for the year in 2021. So a lot more events and festivals and experiences are going to be happening in virtual reality. And that kind of ties into what we will be doing for South by Southwest this year. We will be creating a alt space virtual South by Southwest event where we will have speakers and we will have artists playing and we will have social interactions and social games. And so definitely you want to check us out. We will have more on that next week. We're putting those rooms together now. So we will have more on how you can access the Austin VR Lab house in alt space for South by Southwest 2021. That's coming to you soon. We got some great venues around town that will be participating, some great artists, a lot more on that. Hopefully we can release that next week. But definitely before the end of February, we will have information. Now, officially, South by Southwest is moving online. It's about, I think, what did we look at? It was a $259 ticket for a virtual South by Southwest conference. Unfortunately, there isn't much more information on that. So we are just going to go ahead and do our own thing. So if you already have an alt space or you would like to join our alt space, definitely keep in touch and keep following us, and we will have all that for you. So with the alt space, so one of the things that we do at Austin VR Lab is we combine technologies. One of the ways I explain it is Dell makes computers, but Dell doesn't make the pro. Oh, I forgot to silence my own phone. Let's see who's calling me. 832 number. Answer this call live. Hello? Hey, Noni, how are you? Yeah, not a problem. Sorry, I'm in the mid. I've decided to answer this call live during our podcast. That's why I'm laughing. 'Cause I was like, "Hey, here's a customer calling." now, now we're like, "You're not on the air. I'm just talking on my phone in the middle of the podcast." So it's all good. We are looking forward to working with y'all. Did you get my email? I did, and that's the email with that I've been using, and I know Lisa didn't get our email before, so I was just wondering what I could do to get that over. Absolutely, yeah, awesome. Thank you, Noni. Bye. So that was one of our clients. So we always answer the phone. If a client calls, we could even be live on air. We're going to answer your call. We're going to figure out what we need to do. Love how that filled some time. Hopefully it didn't waste too much. That was the West Chelsea Contemporary. So they basically just gave us the green light to come in and do some virtual work for them. And they are giving us the green light on their proposal, but they need all the information so they can pay us. So definitely glad you were able to experience that. We have clients, that are always wanting to get in touch with us, and they have that access. We give you priority when you work with Austin VR Lab. So I guess that was a good example of that, right? Everybody here in the studio is laughing at me like, "What are you doing, Mohammed? We are live," but this is what we do. We we are here. We're here. We're doing virtual reality. We're always working no matter what we're doing in the moment. We are always agnostic and available to our clients. So let's go ahead and move forward. Don't know how that well, we could segue into how we do art galleries in virtual reality, right? So that is an art gallery. So talking about alt space and talking about an art gallery and talking about events during South by, what we were talking about is Dell. Yeah, all space. And so like Dell computers, I was using it as an example. Now Dell assembles the computer, but they have processors, they have graphics cards, they have motherboard, and they don't necessarily manufacture those things, but they bring everything together for their customers. And so that's a good way you can think about Austin VR Lab is there's so many different content platforms, there's so many different headsets, there's so many different computers, there's so many options in virtual reality. Austin VR Lab helps you set those virtual goals, but also helps bring all those pieces together. So we were talking about alt space. Now we're talking about art galleries, and now let's talk about how we're going to be bringing them together for South by Southwest this year. So here's an example of the East Austin gallery that we did in a Matterport scan. If you haven't checked out our Matterport website, our Matterport cast, definitely go and look at it. We take a look at Matterports in depth and what we can provide. So we're going to go ahead and slide into this gallery here, and we are going to look around. So this is an art gallery experience in virtual reality, but you can also do this in 2D on your screen. And that's really important to us here at Austin VR Lab. Everything that we do and that we build Let's do a play right there. So everything that we build in virtual reality, we don't want to just limit to people in a virtual headset. So whether we're doing video renders, whether we're making it a playable experience, or whether we're making it accessible to every platform, we want to be able to provide it on your phone. We want to be able to provide it on your computer screen, and we want to be able to provide it in your headset, because virtual reality is not just limited to putting a headset on your face. We need it to be accessible to everyone. So whenever we do create a project for you in virtual reality, we do everything to be able to provide that experience to as many people as possible virtually. And so that is an example. This is an example of how you can witness it, a virtual scan on your computer screen. And then we're going to take it one. So we are in the process of combining these Matterport scans and AltSpace and creating a virtual experience of live venues. And that's something that we're doing for these art galleries, where you can host events in your gallery, how it's set up live. And this is kind of what it's going to look like with combining that AltSpace and Matterport. And we're excited, more coming up on that. If you're ready to see what our Matterport scans are going to look like in these AltSpaces, so are we. We are excited that this South by is the first time that we're really going to be able to showcase what that looks like. We're scanning some iconic venues here in Austin right now. We're doing some new spaces like the West Chelsea, which you just heard about live. Exciting phone call. Really excited to work with them. And so we're going to be taking all these experiences and building something very special for you for South by Southwest 2021. Now, another thing that we are working on that we always love to do is provide content on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this right now, you're already on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see some of our past works, some of our past VRaaS, some of the things that we've talked about here, where I was like, you want to go back and check out that episode, definitely check out the VRaaS live playlist. Also, if you want to see some things about how our activations have worked in the past, activations have been slow over this past year, mainly because of the current climate that we're living in. But, we are all going virtual. So these events and activations are still happening virtually. We hope that you will adopt the technology soon so you can join us. Again, everything that we do, we like to provide it in 2D, but there's some things that you can only do in a virtual reality headset. If you're trying to look for what headset is right for you, for what you're looking to accomplish, definitely drop us a line, get in contact with us. We want to help you access a virtual reality, and we would love to guide you along that path. Some more things that you can find on our website or on our YouTube channel via our website is content that we've created in a 360, visual content that we have curated specifically for you. Let's fly with some Blue Angels here. And so these 360 videos, we did cover them again in a past cast, where you can view it on your phone, whether it's a mobile headset, but you can also see it on your screen here. You have full 360 access to the videos, and you have some experience. Here's another one that we have created. This was riding out with a group of Ferraris to the Coda track here in Austin. It always shrinks there whenever I try to slide up. So note to self, don't slide up or your touchscreen will shrink your video. There it goes again. All right, so let's ride with Jason in this Ferrari. Awesome. So Austin VR Lab, we do specialize in a 360 capture. We have access to the best cameras on the market, but also it doesn't matter if you're shooting with a GoPro or you're shooting with the Red camera. It all comes down to how you edit to capture your audience's experience. And that is something that we pride ourselves in. That is how we started, is how do we capture the focus and how do we make the best virtual reality videos and experiences. And it's something we've been working on for a very long time. and it's something that we think we're pretty good at. Hopefully, you can check out some of our videos and let us know what you think so we can only make those experiences better. So that's the past, present, and future of how Austin VR Lab has been providing virtual reality services, whether it's through video or through content, and then being able to apply those for our clients in the present with all the virtual scans that we are completing, and then bringing it all together in the future of bringing those virtual scans into an alt space, combining those with 360 videos, and really putting people in the moment. We cannot wait to show you what some of these things are going to look like. South by Southwest this year is going to be incredible because it's going to be virtual, and that is in our wheelhouse. Now, Austin VR Lab, we are a full scale virtual reality services firm. So, whether that's 360 headsets, 360 cameras, 360 content, 360 management and training, we are here to provide you with the best virtual reality services possible. And we do these VRaaScasts live mainly so you can tune in with us and ask us questions, leave us comments. We really want this show to be as interactive as possible. Hopefully, you'll follow us. We go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, Monday is it's VR News Day. Sorry. It's VR News Day. Today's Wednesday. Today's Austin VR Lab Shop Talk Day. I kind of got those backwards. Almost said it the other way around. So Monday, it's Austin VR again. Monday, it's Virtual Reality News Day. If y'all are wondering who I'm talking to, if you haven't tuned into one of these casts before, let's go ahead and bring Andre. Perfect moment here. Andre is in the studio with me today. He did take Monday off for our repeat guest, but he's back in it today, ready to go. How are you doing today, Andre?
Doing good. Hello, world. Thanks for tuning in.
Austin, Andre is here to keep me in a line. Sometimes I go on tangents. I start answering phone calls. I start talking about things that we weren't actually planning on talking about, but we try to bring it all together for you, and we try to bring it all back in here. We are at the 23-minute mark. We try to keep these about 20 to 25 minutes just so you have time to actually eat something or do whatever else it is you need to do on your lunch break. But we are very glad that you tuned in today. Tune in next Wednesday where we will have what we have planned for today up and running for you. We will be getting into some Revit files and to virtual reality where we are going to walk through some buildings and some projects that we are building for our clients from scratch. So we take 2D scans, make them or 2D floor plans, make them into 3D properties in Revit, and then we bring them into virtual reality where we can walk around in projects before they've even been built to help our AEC clients walk their buildings and walk their projects in virtual reality. It's absolutely an incredible experience. Hopefully you'll tune in next Wednesday, 11:45 noonish. We'll get started and we will answer any questions you have at that time. Now, Fridays, don't forget to tune in this Friday. Friday is Virtual Reality Experience Days, where we get into a virtual reality experience. And as of right now, we're scheduled for Final Assault. Jason and I, Final Assault is a new chess meets risk in virtual reality. Jason and I have been getting very competitive, and we are, I mean, of course, I've been winning the majority of the time, but he has won a couple now. So we'll see what happens as we go head to head live on Friday. Friday is Virtual Reality Experience Day. So whether we're racing Ferraris or we're playing Final Assault or we're doing a virtual reality simulation. 2 weeks ago you went on the spacewalk?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. If you want to go back and check, it's the thumbnail where Andre is flying through space in his astronaut outfit. Definitely click on that video. Such an awesome experience of being able to walk out on the ISS. And so every Friday we do a different virtual reality experience. So remember, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, be sure to like us, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay in tune and in touch with everything we're doing here at Austin VR Lab, the VRaaS company. This is the VRaaS Cast Live. Thank you so much for attending. And if you're watching this, definitely drop us a line, drop us a comment. If you're watching after the fact, definitely comment. That's how we move up in the algorithms. If you like what we do, share this cast, and we will see you again on Friday. And until then, we will see you in the future.